Hey guys, it's Joshy here, and I'm back with another Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon theme team. So this is actually my theme team based off my semi-recently finished Nuzlocke I was so happy with from my Nuzlocke Black. Well, my Black Nuzlocke, I should say. So this one is everybody not from the team. I used the people who I bred or figured out some sets, because I thought I can't really use the same Pokemon. It never works out well because you need some bit more of a balance. Plus I had a few fun ideas. So first off, this is Hermie. I should say, if you do like this content, please do. I think we're going to power up punch that like button today. Also, don't forget as well, if you want to, I'll try and remember to link the playlist for this Nuzlocke down below. But you can always find it in the playlist on my channel. So anyway, this is a fun Crustal set. This is a Toxic, Block, Sandstorm, and Iron Defense Crustal. Now, yes, the passive recovery is, you know, it's not that much. I'd love to try and use him by baton passing some better moves onto him, but, you know, that's fine with me. So anyway, I've got the Toxic off. I'm pretty happy with that. I thought I'll get the Sandstorm up. This was obviously a Gen 2 Gyarados, the shiny Gyarados from Gen 2, so I really do like it. I also neglected to say this one was against Eckhart. So anyway, he's, you know, paralyzed me, but I'm fine with that at this point, you know. He now can't freeze me, and now that I've got the Sandstorm up, that's going to be doing very little, because if you didn't know, Sandstorm actually gives you an extra 50% special defense to rock types. So it's actually really, really interesting, and I believe I've got as you know, Crustal's got generally really good defense, so by running a max HP, max special defense, your defense is already boosted a bit, and then you can really, you know, stop the moves, the damage coming in. As you can see, that's super effective and stab, and it's not actually doing that much. Now at this point, I can't do too much else. I can just put up my, you know, Iron Defense, but I'm thinking, you know, that's not the worst thing either. Like, if I go down here, at least I've taken out this thing now, it carrying a couple of, you know, obviously special moves, but being able to carry the Zap Cannon is actually the really worrisome thing, because if he hits anyone else, they are paralyzed, and there are a fair few Pokemon I don't really want paralyzed on this team. So Hermie is going to go down there, you know, but as I said, he's poison and the Sandstorm is racking up, so we've worked well enough to get rid of that Gyarados too. So that's two down there. I really do want to try that Hermie sometimes with maybe a Baton Pass, Ingrain, and Aqua Ring. That would be really cool. So anyway, next out's coming is Lugia. And well, I let out with my Milky. So yes, I did not have a shiny in the game itself, it was just a normal, but I thought if I'm going to use one in a theme team, I'm definitely, and I mean definitely, going to soft reset for one. Unfortunately, I had to play through Sun again and had to full odds it, but I got it while I was in Bali on holidays. So Mr. Willow is there. Now this is not a massively good set, and I realistically might, you know, change him around a little bit to see what I can do, but nonetheless, I thought I'll use it. So this is a Will-O-Wisp, Roost, Dragon Tail, and Reflect with the Light Clay, so that way I can really make sure that we're not going to have that problem of, you know, shorting out. And he's max HP, max defense, so we're really defensive. But here I'm versing a special defensive Pokemon. Now here, Eckhart did say there he thought he had me in range to take out, and he shouldn't have been taken out by one hit, so what he was doing is trying to defog me, so that way he wouldn't miss again, because he could see himself missing a couple at the end. And I get it, I mean, you know, we're having fun in a battle, so he could have gone for the risky move as well, which, you know, but nonetheless, I get the Dragon Tail off there, and goodbye Lugia, get rid of that thing out of here, because that is a bit of a worry. So next we got the Blaziken coming in. I'm like, okay, well I can't burn this, but I can definitely, you know, Dragon Tail it, but he's actually going to swap back into his Lugia here, and I'm like, alright, well, oh, sorry, I apologize, I went for the Reflect that turn. I made a mistake. So anyway, I thought at least, you know, I can get the defense up. Sorry, I thought of the normal set where people just protect the first turn with Blaziken. So anyway, we're going to get hit by the other Hurricane again, so we're going down low, but he is burnt and has a Life Orb, so he's losing some HP, so he can't technically take me out, but I can definitely get some damage off here. You know, by wearing him down, just by living the hits, there's enough damage coming out of this. So I avoid the attack there, which is awesome, and I get the Dragon Tail off, so goodbye Lugia. He ain't got much left to live, unfortunately, you know, poor Lugia. So, we'll have the Sylveon come in here, and I'm like, okay, well, let's see what he's doing. So he goes for Trump Card, and I was like, I always forget, and I honestly, off the top of my head here, have forgotten too, if Trump Card is physical or special. Always forget that. But nonetheless, what Trump Card does, it's got a very weak move when your PP is high, but as your PP goes down, the power gets stronger, and that sounds so weird to say out loud. But nonetheless, I thought, you know what, I might run, what my plan here is to really stall out his Trump Card. So yeah, okay, it may take me down, but the thing is, even if it takes me down, he's out of Trump Card, so he's only got to hit me with other stuff, not the Trump Card. So, still attacking me, you know, I'm just still roosting off, getting some healing back, you know, the old ways, the good ways. So, I was wondering, you know, let's see how much it ends up doing in the end as well. So, it's burnt, I'm happy. He goes for another Trump Card, you know, and the damage is definitely picking up. So I think he's got one more left, which is going to be his really strong one. So, you know, I'm interested to see if it's going to take me out, but the thing is, he's only going to be able to use it once. The only thing he could possibly do is if he has a Leopard Berry, but then he has to start from full again. So anyway, that is going to be a monstrous hit there. I don't know why my voice changed like that. I think because I wanted to say monstrous, but then I was like, what the hell? Anyway, nonetheless, I'm down. It's out. So next we've got Swoobat. Now this is called Swoobat because of a little error on my part. Well, not error. I'm using a Swoobat I have used before. So I went for the Heart Stem here, hoping to get the flinch. I didn't get the flinch, and we're going to get Echo Voice pulled on us. And I was like, okay, well, that's not too bad. You know, that's alright. Now this is Cotton Ball. I just couldn't name him because I did breed him in a previous game, and that's where he came from. So I thought I'll go for the Amnesia here because I don't think another Echoed Voice will take me out. And then he pulls the Hyper Beam. I'm like, no, Amnesia was the I was supposed to live, so I could pop my Lychee Berry and then attack. But nonetheless, I'm down. So we've got Grandma coming in here, and I love this set. This is something that a lot of people didn't expect, and it was a fun one. You know, it was pretty fun. So anyway, I go for the Nasty Plot here, and yeah, okay, you can carry Nasty Plot, but there is a Z move on this thing that I really thought I'm going to take big use of, because a lot of people generally don't think of it, and, you know, it's unfortunate that this type of stuff's going to go. So I'm actually going to use my Psychium Z here for Z Ally Switch. Now, yes, it doesn't do anything at this point, but the thing is, it actually then speeds me up. It doubles my speed. So I actually am fairly fast once I've got max speed, max special attack. Unfortunately, he does take me down with a Hyper Beam there, and I got a little bit cocky. So now I'm going to bring in Ordet, and I love my Ordet. Yes, another shiny I hunted for. This was actually a Poke Radar shiny I hunted down in Omega Ruby, no, Alpha Sapphire, sorry. So I'm going to Mega Evolve here, you know, of course. Now, I believe I am max HP, max defense, because I know I have definitely nice special defense, and a lot of people forget that, you know, a special defense can be generally good. So anyway, he's only got a little bit left to live, so I thought, sweet, go another power-up punch. Then he pulls the Psyshock, and I'm like, alright, well, I don't think I'm going to die here. I shouldn't take too much damage. I am max HP, max that. And I went for the Wish. I thought he was going to pull the Hyper Beam, so I thought at least with a Wish, I can make sure I'm getting my HP back next turn. So here I thought I could go for the Protect, but I'm going to go for the Power-Up Punch. I really, really should have gone for the Protect, because I did lose a heap of HP, but I mean, I didn't die, and I'm going to get half of it back. But again, I lost a large amount of HP. So anyway, that Sylveon is down, and that was a problem Pokemon, but I'm still above half HP now. Now the Blaziken's going to come in, and I was like, alright, probably going to die, but nonetheless, let's see what damage I can do. And so I went for the Wish first, because I thought if he's going to try and do a setup turn, I mean, he's generally going to outspeed me, but then he goes for the counter, and I'm like, well, I'm glad I went for the Wish, because that really did just kind of throw him off. You know, definitely was expecting the Wish. He was expecting the attack. So I'm glad that that worked really well. So anyway, I went for the Protect here just in case he stayed in, because I thought I'd rather be full HP to keep going where I'm doing. So anyway, the Electrode's here, and I'm like, okay, let's see. And he goes for Explosion. I was like, alright. just blow up in my damn face. But I actually take so little. I take so little. I did not expect that. So I'm like, this is awesome. And fortunately, I don't get to hit the power-up punch. But nonetheless, that's fine. We both couldn't believe how little damage that did. So now I've got his Dusk Lycanroc, shiny, going for the Stone Edge. It does a nice hit, so I'm probably going to go down soon. But I thought I'll go for another power-up punch. Let's see how much damage that does. It's starting to do really nice damage. I really like my Odette set. And, yeah. So anyway, he's going to go for it again, and that's actually going to take me out that turn. So I was hoping that I could survive it, but I didn't. So, nonetheless, I thought, oh well, let's bring in Blackwing, my last one. So I really like Blackwing, really fun one to run. So he goes for a Thunderfang because he didn't want to risk the miss, and that was the best thing for me ever. Because I am a weak armor, weakness policy, max speed, max attack, Mandibuzz. And I can hit hard. I really, really like this set. So I just went for the Steel Wing here. Didn't miss it, which I sometimes will, just because. Anyway, so that thing's down. I've only got 2 to take out now. So Lugia is going to come in. I will be outspeeding this thing, and it is definitely not the, healthiest of Pokemon. So I went for the knockoff just to make sure I'd hit and not take any recoil damage, and that thing's going down. So I've only got 1 left to do, which is the Blaziken. Now, the fact it's got counter on it, making me think that it's most likely got a Focus Sash. So I'm like, I'm not going to go for a Brave Bird because he's going to live on 1 and take me out with a counter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for the Bone Rush and hope I hit more than 2, and I hit 3, even get a crit on the end, useless. And that thing is going down. So thankfully for Bone Rush, I got to work around that Focus Sash. So that was a really cool first battle. But we'll get into the second one. Now, the second one, before I get into it, is against Ash. But I had this on a stream. This was a really fun battle. I really love this one. But there are actually some long parts to this battle, so I have sped them up. But anyway, so I led off with my Blackwing. Now, the reason I led off with this guy, I thought maybe I could get a good start to it, see how it goes, So anyway, we come in against this Gliscor, and he goes for a Swords Dance, and I thought, okay, Swords Dance Stone Edge might take me out, but it isn't Stab, so that's alright. And plus, I get to go for the knockoff, so I can get rid of that Toxic Orb, so he hasn't got that passive continuous recovery. That's fine. So I've sped this up a little bit. So he goes for the Toxic Jab, Poison Jab, and I just went for the Brave Bird. I thought most amount of damage possible is the best idea at this point. Does a large chunk, it's really nice. And I thought, cool. So I went for a knockoff here. I wish I went for a Brave Bird because I did not foresee the Roost. I think I was in range that, depending on rolls, I could have possibly taken him out with a Brave Bird. Now, it may have been super close and not happened, but I wish I went for it. So now I'm going for the Brave Bird again. I'm just taking recoil damage, and he's just going to store me with the damn Roost. Now at this point, Blackwing, there's not much Blackwing's going to do later if he outspeeds. Plus, I've got to swap something into a possible Roost, and it's not worth it because, as you can see, he's probably going to go for Poison Jab eventually. So I am going to go down there and lose Blackwing with really not much. But, as I said, this thing does now not have its, Poison Orb, so it's not getting passive recovery. So I thought, let's bring in Milky here. I thought, we'll see what he does. I'm not sure if he'll stay in or not. So he doesn't, and he swaps into Blissey, and I was like, okay, well, the problem with that is, I went for Will-O-Wisp. Now, yeah, okay, that's alright, I do stop Blissey's leftover recovery, but it's not alright because I can't poison it later if I really want to work on that. So anyway, Blissey's still in here, and I'm just going to set out the Reflect. Look, it's probably not going to matter against Blissey, but we've got other Pokemon coming in, so we'll see what happens. So he goes to the Seismic Toss, general Blissey set, do 50 damage every turn. But I am max HP, so I definitely am not scared of a Seismic Toss. Plus, I have recovery. So, Blissey's going to get hurt by the burn, it's going to get the recover, not much is going to happen. So Blissey's going to swap out here, and I was like, alright, that's cool. And we're going to get Gliscor coming back in. And I was like, okay, well, the thing is, hopefully I can burn this thing. But I went for Dragon Tail, so I can at least get some damage and swap him back out to something else. So this set probably would run really well against, Poison, with Poison Spikes or Rocks. So that'll make a really cool sweep then. So anyway, we're going to get Clanging Scales coming off this Como I always forget its name and go to call it the wrong one. Anyway, its defenses are dropped. It's, you know, that's fine. Its defense is dropped. And Milky's going to go down. But I do have the boosted defenses here. And then I thought, well, this probably isn't the worst time for a Hermie entry. So I thought, let's see what he does. So he goes with the Dragon Dance. I'm like, okay, is he a mixed set? That could be really interesting. We'll see. I'm not sure, but it could be. And I'm going to go for the Sandstorm. Set that up. I thought, get that going first, then get the Toxic off, and we should be okay from there. But, well, I don't know. That's the thing. You don't know what's going to happen. So he's going to go for the Flamethrower. So he's only popping his speed up. That's all. So obviously I have to sped this up. So I thought, well, now I want to block him in. He's not doing much damage, so I want to make sure he's trapped in. So he's going to go for the Focus Blast. He does miss there. I get the Toxic off, and I'm like, sweet. Now I've pretty much got him where I want him. Unless he gets a crit or really burns me, which I don't want, we should be fine. So we got, yeah, we'll see how we go. So anyway, he's going to go for the Clanging Scales again. It's doing more damage being stabbed, but he also has a defense drop. The only thing is really, obviously the defense drop don't matter. So I'm able to boost up my defenses here, but the Clanging Scales does more damage than I would like. That's the only problem I have. So anyway, he's going to keep spamming it, but the thing is, at least with the Sandstorm I am able to live fairly well, and I'm not too stressed about that. So again, all it is defense boosting while stalling him out, so at least the next person coming in, you know, is not going to have too much of a problem with everything. So I'm like, okay, well, let him keep going. I can reset up the Sandstorm if I want. I can not if I don't want. The only problem is he's got Shell Bell. So I thought, oh well, I'll set up the Sandstorm. This Toxic's building up nonetheless. Let's keep this damage going. See how much longer I can last. But at this point, this thing, you know, it's going to go down to a physical attack. But I really want to force him into, you know, making a silly decision or something. So anyway, I'm going to go down there. At least, even though with the Shell Bell, that Poison and the Sandstorm's racked up enough that we should be taking him out next turn, which is exactly what I want. So I thought I'll bring in Swoobat. I should be able to outspeed here, and even if not, you know, I can make it work. So anyway, I should have said Cotton Ball, not Swoobat. But nonetheless, he's going to swap out and into Gliscor, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not too problematic about that overall, but the problem is I went for the Amnesia hoping to get hit with one final big smack from that, you know, Kommo-o, and if possible, live it down low, or at least lowish. So I thought, oh well, I'll go for the Heart Stamp. Let's hope we get that flinch. We get the flinch, and I'm like, baby, you're dead. Yay, because with that Roost and its natural bulk, it can be a bit of a problem. So I'm going to get rid of the Gliscor there. I've really had some fantastic moments, didn't I, Lucy? Not a battle I kept because it didn't work out too well, but it had a really cool moment where I did flinch kill her 2 or 3 hits in a row. So now we've got Jolteon coming in. I'm like, okay, well, I have got my Amnesia up, so we'll see what's happening. I went for the knockoff here, just hoping to do a decent amount of damage. Got the Focus Slash off, and then he goes for the Thunder Wave, and I was like, interesting set. I'm not sure exactly what I'm meant to be seeing here in this, but I ain't going to judge. So he's going to go for the workup, and I'm like, okay, it's probably a physical Jolteon set, and by getting the Paralysis off, he might be able to get an extra turn out of setup. So it's a cool set. So I thought, oh, well, I'm just going to keep going for the Heart Stamp. It's Stab, and it's my best attack, really, with Stab. Now he's going to go for another workup. I'm like, alright, I get it. It's fine. I get it. So, you know, whatevs. Just another Heart Stamp, get this thing down low, make him hopefully die. But not quite yet, so I thought, oh well, I should take him out next time. And then he pulls the Baton Pass, and I was like, alright, look, I'm not one who actually really cares about a Baton Pass rule, as long as you're not going to really abuse it with someone who can, you know, super do it and just crazy. But, you know, I'm not too stressed. So I get a Heart Stamp off, a little bit of chunk to Blissey, no problem with me. I thought, okay, well this thing's, I've seen Seismic Toss, I'm not sure what else it has. Then I'm paralyzed, I'm like, god damn it. I was hoping, and I thought, oh well, Ice Beam, probably going down here, but then I was like, wait a second, I got a lot of HP. So I do live, and I was like, sweet, okay. Well, the thing is, I don't want to get Heart Stamps on him now. I just want to get rid of that Leftovers. That's all I want. And then I'm paralyzed 2 times in a row. I'm like, god damn it, my knockoff would have been perfect right now. But no, I'm not allowed to hit that. So anyway, I'm going to go down there, and I was like, ugh. Okay, well, I've only got 2 left, which is Grandma, and then this beauty. So I thought I'd bring in Audette here, and we'll see what I can do. Now, Audette in non-Mega Evolved form does actually have Regenerator, so it's really good as well if I just want to test the field, and if I take a bigger hit than I think, I can swap out, at least get that recovery, and try this again later. So I thought this isn't the worst place to do it. I'll go for Power Up Punch. Now this is sped up. I'm not expecting to do too much, or if it's not sped up yet, it's about to be. And he's going to go for the Seismic Toss. So I'm like, well, the thing is, I'm max HP, max defense, or if not completely max, it might be a little tiny bit of special defense investment in there actually, I think. So it's a bit of a mix between the three. So now Blissey's going to reveal the Protect. So I'm guessing Blissey, you know, I'm not sure if it's supposed to work with anything else to Poison Stormy, but lucky I ain't poisoned. Really lucky I ain't poisoned at this point. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep going for the Power Up Punch now. I know what I'm planning on doing. And he has got the +2 in attack, +2 in special attack. So realistically, he wants to take out my Ordino while still carrying the boosts. And sometimes that can be the worst thing on your own back, you know. Sometimes, I've seen it happen a fair few times, and more often myself, where you're really trying to get your own setup to work and inevitably leave your own opponent get a bit of a setup. So that's, you know, 3 or 4 Power Up Punches, forgot to count. And, you know, at this point, I'm like, okay, well, I know I can leave these hits. As being a Mega Audette, or Mega Ordino, I should say, but it's Audette. She's beautiful and, you know, easily taking these hits. You know, Ice Beam's doing nothing, so Seismic Toss is still the best bet, but I'm still happy with it. So here I thought I'd just go for the Protect, see what we're going for. You know, just in case, I wanted to make sure my HP's higher up in case we get a swap coming in soon, and I didn't want to be left in a part where I could be really, you know, smacked. So anyway, now we're going to get the Protect on the other side, and I was like, well, you know, at this point I don't mind the Protect. So unfortunately with Natural Cure, the burn had gone, so now Blissey is able to heal itself up with its passive healing, but nonetheless, I still have to get my Power Up Punch. So look at this. Ice Beam's not doing that much with a +2 in special attack, so I am actually using the better option. So just going to keep going. It looks like I've got him next turn, depending on recovery of that. I am outspeeding, which is good, and now I've really got myself in a good position. The only thing though is I'm expecting a Protect this turn, and I was right, you know, trying to make sure the recovery comes up. So I thought, well, I'll go for a Wish. Next turn I outspeed, unless he gets a double Protect off, he's going to be hit, and I still think he's probably in range to take out with a Power Up Punch. So I'm hoping I was correct, and now I get that recovery myself. So I'm like, sweet, get the recovery, didn't have to use a Protect, and now I think I'm at +5 or +6 attack. I didn't count. So anyway, we've got Toxapex coming in here, and I was like, ooh, this is going to be interesting. So after revealing I'm a physical set, I was expecting the Baneful Bunker. So I thought if I go for Protect myself, I can make him waste his Baneful Bunker. The only problem with this is I should have gone for Wish instead, because I think he could have gone for Baneful Bunker again here. And I was like, he does. And I was like, I was hoping he'd outspeed. So then I went for the Wish this turn, making a smart decision. And yes, I know, I made a smart decision. And now I'm going to pull out my last move, which is my last resort. And I was like, let's see how much damage. And I obliterate that Toxapex. Now, I believe this Toxapex is a defensively based Toxapex. So I was really, really happy with that. So now we've got the Como coming back in. Now this thing is definitely in range to be taken out easily. So I'm like, sweet. And, you know, he's got the Focus Blast. Let's see how much damage it does. I am, you know, Audette, so I should be doing it pretty well. Still does around half, gets a nice Shell Bell recovery, but I only have to hit you and you're dead. And that's the plan here. So Como is going down there, and I'm like, I am happy with those results. Very happy. I am extremely happy with how this is going. So next we've got the Jolteon coming back in, and I was like, okay, what shall I do? Now I was expecting probably the Thunder Wave here, so I just went for the Wish, and the fact that he actually missed the Thunder Wave there, which really, really sucks. I don't know why Thunder Wave isn't like Poison when the same type Pokemon uses it, it's 100% accuracy. I really think it should be. Because I don't know why it's not. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I thought I'll go for another Power Up Punch, that'll take him out anyway. Save a last resort in case I do need it, and that's going down, so we only have one left now, and I'm going to get that recovery that I am sitting on full HP again. The only thing is I'm paralyzed, but I'm going to keep my hopes up at this point. So I was like, okay, well, what are we going to do? And we're going to see the Mega Evolution. So I was like, okay, we've got Mega Evolution Y, that's going to be interesting. Now I am paralyzed, so that could be a problem for me, but so far Audette is champion, and I mean, if you watch the Nuzlocke, you know, she may not have been with me the whole time, but she was epic. So anyway, he's going to go for a Dragon Dance, so he's really banking on me not taking him out this turn or being paralyzed. So I'm like, come on, don't be, and I'm not. So I am going to get that last result off there and obliterate that Charizard. So I should say obliterate, not obliterate, but anyway, nonetheless, that was almost a Mega Ordino physical sweep there. I realized afterwards that the only Pokemon that Ordino did not take out herself was the Gliscor, and now I really wish she did, because that would have been a great upload. But let me say this for those who are still here, there was a sweep from someone in this team. I will not say who, but keep an eye on the channel because it'll be coming soon. But anyway guys, if you did enjoy that, as I said earlier, power up punch that like button. Don't forget Discord, Twitch and Twitter, a link down below, as well as the link to, hopefully, if I'm not an idiot and forget, the Nuzlocke playlist. So you're welcome to go in. Now these are some of the champions that survived for me to the end, but there were some sad moments throughout. Also, the comment section, use that, please. I love hearing from you guys there. And finally guys, if you want to keep up to date or show your support for content like this or anything else, then the sub button is there, and you know, if you want to be super supportive, then you can ring the bell. But anyway guys, until my next video, I'll see ya.